everybody, and welcome to another fun-filled episode of the Scarlet Cherry Diaries. It's your girl, Beverly Katie. I know it's been a while, but I'm back now. I've been busy with school and everything, but I'm back. Okay, what was my last video, by the way? I think my last video was on plus size confidence. Yeah, it was something to do with body positivity. But today I come with a different thing. We're talking about something different today, and it's one of like the hottest topics in the universe right now. Okay, so it's under the category of dating, love, and relationships. Yeah, love, dating, and relationships. It is to do with the biggest red flags that you must not ignore. Something that you must never ignore. I know this topic is very hot around friendship circles right now. You know, you get one of those friends. It happens to me. I know it happens to you as well. You get one of those you get one of those friends who go on and on about this new love interest in their lives, this new boo that they're hanging out with. And they tell you the things that they do like about them, the things that they do, the things that they don't do, etc., etc. Then, when you ask them the question, for us girls, it would be something like, if this guy is going to ask you out or would ask you to be in a relationship with them, do you see yourself saying yes? And then for guys, I don't know how guys ask this question. Maybe they'll be like, do you like this girl to the extent of making her your girlfriend? Or are you ready to make things official? Are you ready to be in a relationship or whatever? And then we usually get answers like, from people who really like to think about things before they act. I know most people are like that. They want to go through this thought process and they really want to consider all the pros and cons before they make a final decision. You'd hear them say, I'm not sure, I'm really not sure if I would say yes, or if I would see myself in that situation, getting into that situation with them. But what's bringing this uncertainty? That's the question that I want us to address today. What's bringing that uncertainty? And I know as humans, we get doubts. We are doubtful of almost everything those days, taking into consideration that we are not perfect and we tend to do some crazy stuff to each other. But anyways, what's bringing those doubts? Is it the red flags that we're going to talk about today? Because sometimes, you know what happens? Sometimes people aren't so much afraid of the things that they haven't seen. They are actually afraid of the things that they have seen already. There's some things that they actually see already, and then they'll be like, okay, do I brush this aside or do I really think about this? So it's not only the things that we haven't seen that brings about these doubts, it's actually the things that we have seen sometimes. So are those things the red flags that we are going to talk about today? I don't know what's going on. I really want to talk fast today, but it's refusing. But anywho, are those things the red flags, or are those doubts one of those things that are just a fakakta jungle of madness in our mind? That thing that we create and that actually hinders us from being with that one person who is suitable for us, or who is actually compatible with us. So today this video is going to help us distinguish between what we must not ignore and what we must ignore and be like, you know what, people do this all the time, it's due to our imperfections. So please comment on the comment section down below. I really want to hear your thoughts on this, and tell me some of the red flags that you've noticed, or some that you have ignored and actually seen as you've progressed in the relationship, that they actually brought you guys to the end of your relationship. So let's dive into it. So what is my first one? What is my first red flag? Okay, number one. Number one. If your partner or new boo or the person that you were already with is okay with cheating. Okay, they're not going to roll out of bed one day and be like, "Oi, I am okay with cheating." No, they're not gonna do that. They are going to subtly hint to you that they're okay with this. Let me give you a scenario. Let's say you are watching a movie, you're on the couch or you're on the bed or whatever, you're Netflixing, spending the whole day in, it's cozy and everything. And then in the movie, there's this guy or there's this girl that is being cheated on. And maybe let's say you decide to comment on it and you just say, you know what, babe, I don't understand why people cheat. If you don't love the person or you just feel like things are not working out, why not get out of the relationship? You know, it's easy that way. Don't play with people's emotions like that, because some people like really love deeply or whatever. You may choose to say that, and then your boo decides to go like, don't you know that people cheat these days? No, in this universe, like, people aren't to be trusted. Never trust anyone. People can do the unexpected. Like, they can actually cheat on you, and not even with one person, like with a lot of people. People cheat. Like, I'm actually surprised. Like, this guy or this girl, they're really hot, and then you expect them to be like uh in monogamous relationship. She was so over her mind or something. Really? Do you think people in their right state of mind can actually make that kind of comment? Maybe that person is actually hinting to you that they're cheating. Think about it. I know a lot of people just brush this aside and be like, you know what? He was just making a general comment, or he was just making a general comment. But make sure you see past what they've said. Did this person actually say it with an intention of making it a general comment, or they were subtly hinting that given the opportunity, they would cheat? It's something that brings everything to question. So please don't ignore that. Like, really seriously, think about it. I hope I'm not bringing any doubts to y'all's relationships out there. And then my second one is kind of obvious the way I wrote it here. Like, I know people wouldn't want to be with this kind of person. Someone who makes fun of you. Like, for all those things I've written down here, people are not going to bluntly say it to you, like, or bluntly do it to you, like, they do it subtly. Like, you really have to like read between the lines. So let me give you a scenario again. Like, for someone like me, who is big bodied and whatever, and then someone's like, Bev is too heavy, I can't carry Bev, like, I would faint. Like, really? Would you say that about someone that you genuinely care about? I mean, if we at that level of intimacy, you and I, let's say this actually comes from someone who I am in a relationship with. I mean, like, you probably know me. Maybe that's like a sore spot for me, or I'm already like kind of like insecure, and then you say that, and then people laugh, and the worst is them saying it in front of people, and then a lot of people like laugh, and it becomes like the joke of the day. It's something that one must really think about. Like, it can actually show you how much this person uh, values you or sees you, or how they really see you in their lives. Think about it. There are a lot of people that have been made fun of. Like, they have certain goals they want to reach. Like, for athletes, they train so hard for important events. They have to go run, they have to go, or maybe they swim or they play golf, and then you lose. Maybe you lose to someone that people don't really expect you to lose to. Maybe the person is, according to rankings, that person is a bit lower than you, and then you lose to them one time. It happens. It's life. It happens. And then the person like really, really jokes about it. Like, are you for real? You must think about those things. Really, it must be a food for thought if you are considering being with this person for the long run, or even for short term. Like, you wouldn't want to be with that kind of person. And then number three. Number three is one that I usually say is the granddaddy of all. Like, if someone does this, it really, really shows that they don't value you in some way. They don't care about you or anything. And I think it's the biggest red flag. I mean, you must like run for dear life. Number three is, if that particular person, your new boo or the person that you already had, applies to any situation, doesn't show up or is absent when you're at your worst. Like, this is the part that people must show that they really, it's an opportunity for those who really want you in their lives to show you that you mean a lot. Like, let's say for instance, one of your parents is sick, like is laying on their deathbed, and it's something that is shaking you to the very core, or you're sick yourself, or someone that is dear to your heart dies, or you're facing a financial crisis, or you're about to go to jail for something that you didn't do, or those kind of situations, and then the person disappears. Like, the person that you're so much counting on disappears, doesn't show up, doesn't text, doesn't check up on you, doesn't do anything, doesn't put any effort to help you in that kind of situation. But when you're all doled up, when you're glammed to your very core, when you're everything, when you have money, when you're driving, they are with you, when you're looking your sexiest, and you are walking on this earth like one of the mini gods of the universe, they are with you. But when you're at your lowest, when you're at your worst, they are nowhere to be seen. It's something that you must really ask yourself about. Like, do they really care, or they're just there for like the goods, the goods, or the benefits, or the what have you? It's really something you must question yourself about. I always tell people, and I always preach this to people, that that is where you tell, that is where and when you tell that this person really and genuinely loves me or cares about me. Moving on to number four. Moving on to number four. Your new boo. This happens like at the early stages. So this is when you have that new boo, that love interest, before you say yes to any relationship or to any intimacy with the person. That person is quiet about their family. They don't tell you anything about their family. I think, we are our families, for me to be where I am today, it's my mom, it's my dad, it's my brother, it's my sister. Those are the people that we must, the day mustn't pass without you talking about your mom, or without you talking about your dad, or your brother, your sister, or your little brother, your little sister, or your sister-in-law, or whatever. Like, we talk about those people almost like 24/7 without us even realizing it. We rarely, okay, we talk about friends too, but those are the people that we talk about a lot without us even realizing it. So if that person doesn't want to disclose anything about their family, but they really want that level of intimacy with you. Like, what are we doing? Like, if you're not going to talk about your family, I mean, then you must question yourself. It's either the family is horrible, or they have a lot of scandals, or they have a lot of skeletons in their closets. Or let's see, some people may say, right now I choose to, like, I don't really talk about family with people that I don't know. Maybe I should get to know you a little bit more and stuff. But yeah, I can understand that a bit. But if you're getting to know someone, like, family is part of the things that you must know about. I mean, that's how you get to know someone. So, like, be really skeptical of those people. Trust me, there are a lot of things behind. There are a lot of things that they're hiding. Believe you me. Okay, moving on to number five. Moving on to number five. Oh, this particular person that you're looking forward to being with, or that you are already with, is okay with anything and everything you say. Like, this is usually the girls. Like, I'm sorry, girls. I love you a lot, but you are usually guilty of this. Like, they are okay with everything and anything that you say, and they are the yes kind of people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I'm gonna do that for you. Don't worry, I'm gonna do that. No, no. These are the kind of people who do not like you. Well, they like you a lot. They like you a lot. But actually, that like is infatuation. Like, they're infatuated with you. They see you as the god of the universe. No. Honey, sweetie, my guys. No. This kind of woman, I'm sorry to say, you better leave her. Like, it's a red flag, because if they say, you're gonna get to a point where you reach an impasse, and then it's gonna switch. I'm telling you, it's gonna switch like this. It's gonna switch from, she was okay with anything and everything you were saying, to, I'm no longer okay with anything and everything you're saying. Like, it's unrealistic. It's an unrealistic situation, and you must really think about it. And you must have a talk about it. Like, girlfriend, we're both humans. I have my shortcomings. I have my faults. Can you see those faults and try and maybe help me uh, correct my faultings or whatever, or call me out on my BS? At least, like, someone who really loves you and someone who really, like, is realistic is going to call you out on your BS. So yeah, you must look out for this one. That person might be really, like, seriously infatuated. And if you pass the stage of infatuation, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a serial killer in your house. Cause yo, she's gonna get mad at everything you be doing, nigga. Gonna get mad. It's gonna get crazy. Like what I'm doing right now. Yeah. So moving on to number six. Number six. Moving on to number six. Guys are the ones who are guilty of this one. That one guy that wants to know your every move, like where you at, who you with, what you doing, like texting you constantly. Some girls think it's cute. Of course, there's a level of cuteness to it. When someone's a little bit like playful possessiveness. Like, that's my girl. I don't want anybody around my girl or what. But it gets to a point when it gets scary. Like, you know, you may be dealing with a psycho and you don't even know it. Like, someone's like, where you at? Who were you with? Like, if you don't answer your phone, what were you doing? Who were you with? And you'd be like, I'm sorry, I was in the bathroom, so I didn't carry my phone to the loo. It was on charge. Like, really? Are you constantly with your phone? I was in the garden. I was doing some gardening. I have life. outside our relationship. Like, girls, I know this, you may think this is cute, like you may think it's the sexiest thing that's ever happened on earth, but be careful of those people. Some of them are straight up possessive, some of them are psychos, some of them are stalkers, some of them are serial killers. Like, please be careful of this. Like, he doesn't really have to know your every move. Your parents don't even know your every move. Like, you have life outside him, you know. You do things, like there's some things that people need to do, like going out for lunch with their girlfriends, you know, and eating and using the loo and sleeping. Like, you can actually take a nap in the afternoon and your phone rings and you don't hear your phone. So if he just trips because you didn't answer a call, like, and you didn't answer his message on time or whatever, question that behavior. Question it, darling, because you might find out that, hey, you are dealing with a psycho and you can actually end up dating a psycho and end up being murdered because you wanted to get out of the relationship. Moving on to number 7. Moving on to number 7. A lucky number 7. Oh my lord, I think the whole of YouTube is going to strangle my beautiful ass. Because this one, I hear it from a lot of people, but I've always been skeptical of this trait, and I want you to hear me out why I am so skeptical of it. They only have friends or are only comfortable around people of the opposite sex. You know, I've heard some girls. I was once that kind of girl one time, but I had a reason. Like, I had a good reason why. Like, I had only guy friends. But it's because, like, the subject that I was doing at school, technical graphics, was like populated with a lot of guys, and I was the only girl in the class. So I ended up, excuse me, hanging out with them. But I had other girlfriends out besides them. But you get those people who are like to you, you know what? I only get along with girls, or I only get along with guys. And what have you? What are your reasons? Oh, for girls? Girls, you know, some girls are so full of drama and they're so jealous of me because I'm pretty and a lot of guys like me. Okay. Okay, what about guys? You know, girls are so cool, man. You know, they're just so laid back and everything. So, yeah, I like talking to them girls, you know, and sometimes they give me advice on how to treat other girls and stuff. Okay, but what I have noticed about this kind of people is that most of them, like most of them, aren't really nice. They aren't really nice people to the point that they can't interact with people of their sex. You know, there's something that happens uh, between opposite sexes. I'm going to point it out. I'm sorry, we must all admit it. Like, we are different when it comes to the opposite sex, whether it's a friend, whether it's someone we're intimate with. It's just so different. We always have that soft spot for the opposite sex naturally, you know, generally speaking, and this is so flippin' natural. We always have that soft spot for a guy, or the guys have for a girl, you know. But when it comes to someone of our sex, we don't care. Like, it's rare to find you like leaning on a girl and be like, no, I'm so sorry, you know, let's do it this way. You don't do that with a girl. Be like, if you don't want, you don't want. Like, go do something to yourself. Like, go do this. You know, you tell it like it is when someone of the same sex, more than when it's someone of the opposite. You know, when it's a guy, you be like, no, I want you to understand. Like, your voice gets high pitched, you start tossing your hair even if you're not attracted to this person. I'm telling you, we always have that soft spot for the opposite sex. So it's so easy to tell another girl, like for me, let's say there's another girl here, it's so easy for me to tell her that, I don't care, just go to hell. It's so easy for me to say that, as compared to a guy. You can be like, oh, go to hell, and doing this and doing that. You just find yourself being like, okay, I think we've reached an impasse, so you know what, bye. You say it in a softer way. You always have that soft spot for the opposite sex, so it's easy for you to chill with the opposite sex. Like, there's that sort of like minimal attraction, like it's always there. That person is so different from you. That person has different characteristic. That person has a chest and some biceps and some what have you, and you tend to act in a different way. So those people kind of manipulate that thing, and tend to have those kind of friends because they already, like, those people already have a soft spot for them. So they're not going to act all wild in their faces. So they already like accommodate them to a certain degree, compared to like people of the same sex. You're not gonna find a guy asking a guy to, like, bro, I really care about you, I really, like, really. You don't find that happening. So guys are gonna tell each other straight in the face, dude, you crazy, dude, do this, dude, do that, bro, whatever. So they're gonna call each other out on their BS, as compared to, people of the same sex. So they manipulate that one tiny thing because they are nice and they aren't tolerant of certain behaviors or what have you. They are going to just chill with people that they already know have a soft spot for them. Just be careful of those people. I've noticed, like, I have a few people on my list of life that I've noticed that they only chill with those people because already they have a soft spot for them, not because there's genuine liking. There's never a genuine, this question is always asked. Like, I know it can be one of those internet debates, like, are there truly platonic friendships between males and females and what have you? And then people were like, you know what, a male and female are always going to be attracted to each other, what have you? And then some people are like, you know what, they can actually genuinely be friends. Situations are different. I'm a person of balance, so I see it 50-50. But I've seen, I've really seen the soft spot thing. So they can't chill with people that can call them out for their BS and everything. They're just gonna choose those who are already vulnerable. And trust me, the opposite sex is always vulnerable to the other opposite. Like, opposite sexes are vulnerable to each other. That's what I'm saying. It's so easy for the friendships to flourish. So if they have that one person or that crew, that same sex crew, then they like, you know what, these are my friends, we've been together for so long and whatever. It actually shows you that they are capable of growing that relationship. They can grow a relationship with just anybody. It doesn't have to be somebody of the opposite sex. It's just anybody, and they can actually grow that relationship with you. Am I going a little bit off topic with this thing? But you know what? Let's just mix it up. It's fun that way. Let's just make it a fun video. Anyways, moving on. I'm going to number 8. This is my last one. Okay, this may be seen. It's actually high up the alley with number 5, where I was saying this person is okay with anything and everything you say, and the number 6 wants to know every move. That sometimes they can be considered as cute, but you must really question this type of behavior. Like, they say I love you too soon, like way too soon. I'm not talking about, people can start loving you like maybe after 6-7 months of knowing you, but they can start developing like strong feelings. I'm just saying, you aren't even in a relationship yet, and you've just known each other for like a week, and then someone is like, you know what, I love you. You know, there's that playful I love you. Like you say something, so you crack a joke or whatever, and then you laugh, or you say something that they weren't expecting or they were thinking, but it's so funny to hear it from you, and then they're like, I love you, girl. Oh, dog. You know, the kind of thing. No, it's not that kind of I love you. It's that kind of, girl, I love you. You know, I never thought in my life I would meet someone like you. You know, you make me feel things I haven't felt before. You know, I love you. Being like, okay, do you know me? First things first, do you know me enough to love me? Please don't go around loving people you don't know. Don't just because you really don't know. You might be dealing with a serial killer. Sorry, today I'm going to be talking about serial killers. You might be dealing with a serial killer, and you'll be like, I love you. Love you, serial killer? Like, wait till the serial killer tries to kill you. We're gonna ask you if you love them then. So yeah, those people say I love you too soon, probably infatuated, you know. So I think I'm gonna do another video about the difference between love and infatuation. So be careful of these things, people. Just be a little bit skeptical before you make your decision, or even if after you've made your decision and you see those things pop up, just question those things. Please don't brush them aside. Sometimes they are traits of psychos. I'm telling you. So we've come to the end of our video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Especially comment on this video. I know it's too long, but please watch it till the very end and comment down below of some of the red flags that you've noticed and that's brought you to the end of your relationship, or that really stopped you from being in a relationship with that particular someone. So please comment on this video. I love you guys so much. God bless you, and love, peace, and happiness. Bye.